Well, with the announcement of Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku coming to Dragon Ball FighterZ, well, actually today, and the DLC, well, not just any DLC, the huge DLC that we are receiving for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Neo something, whatever they're calling this point 0.5 version, and also an announcement of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, which I am still somehow recovering from, by the way. There's one thing that got left in my mind that made me still curious as to where is this certain particular, you know, area of the Dragon Ball production. Where is it at? And that is the obvious Dragon Ball Super manga. Hold the phone. It's your boy. I just wanted to let you know real quick before you continue the video that this video is sponsored by me. I just wanted to let you guys know that your boy right here has a website. Here it is in all of its glory, RevxArt.com. That's RevxArt.com. You can support me by getting an art print right here if you do so incline. I have 4 different options for you. If you want to sketch, if you want line art, black and white, fully colored, totally up to you. And you can also get some exclusive merchandise. Check out that sick hat. Check out that incredible shirt. And check out that amazing hoodie. And if you're a member of the website, not only can you get these products, but you get a 10% discount. That's right, 10% off of anything from the website from just being a member. And if you don't want to do any of this stuff, but you want to support your boy, donations/tips are welcome. So just friendly reminder that I do have a website and you can go to it now if you go to RevxArt.com. So after Akira Toriyama's passing, rest in peace to the GOAT, there was a lot of questions about the Dragon Ball Super manga and whether or not it was going to continue. Obviously, we know Toyotaro is the one penning, the manga, since Toriyama basically let him basically have it. Obviously, Toriyama was overseeing all of the arcs that we did get, which was most of them. There were a couple that he let Toyotaro have more creative control over, but with the announcement of all these games, and obviously Dragon Ball, the anime in general, returning as well, you're having a remake of Beerus, you're having a remake of Frieza's Return, and they might go back and remake other stuff. We don't know. The future on that is not that clear. We obviously know that Beerus and Frieza are getting reanimated for the Dragon Ball Super anime, and those are going to be like a definitive edition of how to watch those arcs for an anime. And obviously they are returning to the Galactic Patrol arc, which will make the anime finally enter some new content that only the manga covered, and which is exciting news because obviously the manga is well and far ahead of where the anime last left off, which was the Tournament of Power. Now we're into 2-3 arcs already later into the manga, and basically everyone that supports Dragon Ball Super and likes this stuff are wondering where's the next arc. You know, we got left on such a big cliffhanger with the end of the Gas arc, where Goku and Vegeta obviously defeated Gas, and then after that Frieza makes his abrupt return only to leave with a completely new form. Obviously it's going to make people want to see more. Spoilers, by the way, but if you haven't read it by this point, I don't know what to tell you, but it's obviously gonna reach that point where it gets there in the anime, and I don't know if we're just gonna completely let go of any manga production, or if we're just gonna make stuff up past that with the anime only, or are we going to get more manga stuff and we just haven't been announced with anything yet? I don't know. It does feel like we're in kind of limbo right now. I think Toyotaro deserves some respect in some regard from the company, and I think Toyotaro also should be given a shot to at least have his, hands on this next arc. I mean, Toriyama obviously entrusted him and believed that Toyotaro could be the next guy to do it. So why not give them a shot? Why not continue it when it's not at a point where I feel like Dragon Ball is in a situation where it should end right here and now? Obviously, not everybody's going to see it this way, but the manga is the end all be all for the story. So if we do not continue that, there's no story there. And a lot of the stuff we're going to get is akin to Daima, which is basically just kind of like fan service in a sense, because it's not really necessarily like tied into the greater story. And so it makes me wonder, where the hell is the Dragon Ball Super manga, and are we going to get an announcement for it? Is this just another situation where it got tied up within the rights battle that we were seeing with Toei, or with Shueisha, and the Capsule a company that was created by the person that was basically giving us all the Dragon Ball content, and now that he's in charge, we obviously are getting more Dragon Ball content. So I don't know if he has any say with and I forgot his name, so that's why I'm not naming him. I don't know if he has any say in the manga, but I think we should get the Dragon Ball Super manga back. I think the next arc could be, maybe if it's, maybe you just let Toyotaro have it and that will be the final arc. If not, just fire the guy. Like, if we're holding Toyotaro hostage, which it kind of feels that way, just move on. Just move on to a different person, different author, or just have a completely new writer come in and help him out. I don't know, but there needs to be a circumventation. That's not a real word. But anyways, somebody needs to circumvent into the situation and figure it out, because I think the Dragon Ball Super manga should 100% come back so we get more content for these games that are obviously not stopping. Obviously, with Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, I don't necessarily know if you need that content, because Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 almost is in its own sort of like bubble in terms of like what it could do. But for like games like Sparking Zero, if we want to make a Dragon Ball Fighters sequel in the future, if we want to make a Dragon Ball Z Kakarot sequel in the future, you need that story. You need that story to progress, so you have all that content to be able to sell. And so from a company perspective, I'm a little confused as to what we're doing here. I'm a little like cautious to believe that Toyotaro is still the guy, but I'm hoping he is. Obviously, I feel like he has grown a lot from the beginning of when he jumped on to the manga and got chosen by Toriyama till now. Obviously, his art for a lot of people is hit or miss. His art for a lot of people is well, I mean, sometimes his anatomy isn't the best, but I feel like he has progressed and gotten better, and I think the story was, for those original arcs, were great. I think the Moro arc is the best arc we've gotten in Dragon Ball Super, period. And so obviously that's why a lot of us are excited to finally get to see that in the anime. So why not continue it? And so I just wanted to bring this up. I see if you guys feel the same way. If you guys want to see the Dragon Ball Super manga come back, I want to do a little quick video here on that and talk about it and yap a little bit. For that, I really hope that they bring it back. I hope that they give Toyotaro his shot. I think he deserves it. I think we should show Toyotaro a little bit more love, because without Toyotaro, we wouldn't also be having all these original characters, this new content, and all this stuff that we get to enjoy as Dragon Ball fans. But anyways, if you watched the video thus far and reached the point here and now where I'm speaking in this moment, be sure to like and subscribe. It helps your boy out indefinitely. It does. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I feel like I'm getting closer and closer and closer, and you could be the person that gets me there. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the video, whatever video that is, next.